Hi everyone, I am Pavita Lama. I have been appointed as a new EHR coordinator for XYZ Disability Center. I was asked to do research and to propose a strategic plan so that it will assist HR manager to prepare diversity policy and procedure. At first, it is important for us to understand why we need diversity in workplace. This is an era of globalization. For any organization either to expand business or to mark its success, it has to keep itself updated with diversity legislation and has to make changes with its internal policies and strategies as per the requirement. Any organization to spread its wing in multicultural community, it has to hire people from diverse culture so that client can look themselves from the door of the organization. Next, once we work with diverse workforce, we have to take into consideration many things so that everyone can accept the differences and contribute to the success of the organization. From the quantitative and qualitative data provided, I have come up with some findings which is presented in the slide below. First, talking about my quantitative data findings, which are as follows. When we see the data from the survey, one of the issue we can see is difference between the age ratio of client and staff. The percentage of client who are aged between 18 to 35 is 55%, which is more than the half of the percentage of the client in the facility. But in contrary, the percentage of staff who are aged between this age is not even 10%. Next issue is the organization that we can see is despite having clients from different ethnicity, it had only hired Asian and white staff. It will create sense of discrimination for the client of other ethnicity. The other issue that is most visible from the data of the survey is that despite having 0.5% of client for whom English is their second language, it has hired 80% of staff who speaks English only. Talking about my next finding that I have derived from analysis data, quantitative data of clients are: first one is language barrier. For more than 50% of the client, English is their second language. Because of their strong accent, it is becoming difficult for them to communicate their wants and needs to staff. They are just staying quiet because they cannot express themselves properly. Second one is organization has failed to run multicultural activities. It seems organization got clients from different ethnicity and culture, but it has been failed to run cultural activities to address this client. This has made this client feel isolated. The next one is organization is not training its staff how to communicate with the disabled people. Because of this, disabled clients' wants and needs are not being addressed, and it also prevents disabled clients from expressing themselves. The next, talking about my finding that I have derived from qualitative data of staffs are: first one is staff requires cultural awareness and cultural competence training. This will help staff to understand the difference and will also enable them to accept, and it will help them to communicate better with the client as well as staff with the confidence, and will increase satisfaction level of both client and staff. Next one is language barrier has stopped staff from self-expression. Since 80% of staff speak English only, and due to their strong accent, the other 20% of staff and 50% of client cannot understand them properly, and vice versa. Because of this, it has created a communication gap, and 20% of staff don't express themselves with the fear of being misunderstood because of their language barrier. The last one is attitudinal behavior of client is creating problem for communication in staff. From the research conducted, we can see there is a major communication problem in the organization, and to overcome this problem, following practices can be implemented. The first practice can be always encourage staff and client for self expression. When people are more concerned about fitting in a group rather than expressing themselves, it creates pressure in people and inhibits them to speak while when their perspective is much required. Thus, to overcome from this fear, we can do following two things: conduct one-to-one meeting with the staff every month so that we can hear the grievances of the staff. Next, put recommendation box and make it confidential so it will be easy for the staff who cannot open up or vocalize in front of mass. Next practice can be adopting mentor program. This program will help new employee to get familiar with the work process, procedure, and get used to new culture from the help of their mentor. The next practice can be providing work sensitivity training. This will help to increase interpersonal communication and to change attitude of people, and will encourage people to open up. Next practice will be strict prohibition of use of jargon and slang words in workplace. When communicating with people, if we use jargon and slang words, some people may not understand, and it will build unnecessary misunderstanding and confusion. So these things must be completely avoided so people can communicate with each other in simple and clear words. Next, provide training to staff to encourage active listening. Train staff to observe nonverbal action of the speaker, because in many cases, more than word expression, people's expression can convey the things they want to say. Train staff how we can re-paraphrase the speaker so we can get the intention of the speaker. Next, preventing discrimination in the workplace, which is most important. And other practice can be promoting inclusive communication. Always communicate in such a way that it can include everyone and you can get opinion from everyone. Next one, always provide equal opportunity to learn culture awareness and competence on diversity. The last practice can be run equitable training. Whenever providing training, it should be provided to all staff under same legislation, policy, standard, and procedure. Organization has its objective, and I have been asked to propose a strategy to help organization to meet their objective by identifying need or issues, which is discussed in the slide below. The first objective is to develop, manage, and support a diverse workforce by promoting inclusive work practices that recognizes every individual difference, contribution, and needs in the workplace. The issues or need that I have seen in the organization that will hamper this objective is: first one is language barrier. Since language barrier, client cannot convey what are the basic need is, and because of this, organization doesn't know what is the need of the clients who represent the certain community. Next one is lack of expression. Because of communication, client has preferred to stay isolated. This is one of the hurdle to achieve this objective. The other one is organization is not running multicultural activities, thus either client or staff are not being able to understand the cultural difference. The last issue I can see is providing equal opportunity to multi-ethnicity people in workplace. To meet the objective, it is must to hire people from different ethnicities so that client when come to the door of organization doesn't feel discriminated. The strategy that can help to overcome these issues are conducting training to create cultural awareness and making staff culturally competent so that every individual can understand, accept, and respect the difference and can put forward their perspective by maintaining their individuality. Next will be providing equal training opportunities so that no one feel that I am inferior to other. This will help to build confidence in the individual when they see everyone is same. Talking about my next objective, it is to provide quality, cultural, and socially inclusive service to client offered by caring, diverse, and respectful staff. The issue and needs that hamper this objective is lack of inclusive recruitment process. Organization lack the staff from multi-ethnicity group. Because of this, it has built sense of discrimination to some client, and this can be a hurdle in achievement of this objective. The other one is lack of self-expression of clients. Since clients are not expressing themselves properly, thus organization even does not know either their client are satisfied with the service they are being provided with. The third one is lack of empathy feeling. Since the number of young staff is too low compared to the number of young clients, thus staff are not being able to feel actual need of the clients because they cannot fit on their shoes. The strategy to overcome these issues are as follows: hiring people from diverse group who are willing to serve the client. Only hiring people from diverse group is not enough. Hiring diverse people who have genuine interest to serve the client will help us to just meet the need of the client. Next is seek and analyze feedback from the client. By this, you will actually know what is the need of client, and you don't have to run organization on the basis of assumption. The last objective is to develop and foster relationship with various multicultural communities who will help you understand our clients better so we can serve them well. The issues that can hamper this objective is client not expressing themselves. Since each client represents a certain community, silence of one client prevents you from getting closer to that community. Thus, we have to work for this. The other one is hire diverse workforce. If we hire people from diverse workforce, then a potential client on their visit to facility can see themselves from the door of the organization, and we can get closer to the multi community. The strategies to overcome these hurdles can be, first, celebrating festival of diverse culture and encouraging active participation of all staff and client. Next can be putting pictures on the wall of diverse culture so that client can relate to the culture. Next, conducting prayers in different cultural ways. At last, one of the strategy and my action of plan to achieve the objective is, my objective is to provide quality, culturally and socially inclusive service to client offer by caring, diverse and respectful staff. My strategy for this objective will be seek and analyze feedback from the client. My action of plan will be, first, put complaint forms on the wall where client can reach and inform client that they can use the form to put complaint feedbacks and compliment to the staff. Second, follow up the complaints by doing one-to-one interaction with the client and make it confidential. Third, take immediate action to solve the problem. The person who will be accountable for this activity will be line manager. This can be done monthly, and then we can measure the outcomes during client meeting, survey and feedbacks. In client meeting, we can genuinely have one-to-one interaction from where we can know either the clients are being satisfied with the service being provided, or they are facing still issues. Then we can work for it. Next, conducting survey where they can express their satisfaction level. And next will be feedback, where we can just know whether or not our client are satisfied with the service being provided. Thank you. Any questions?